Stay to make your holiday season even more festive with these wreath-shaped mini bundt cakes. And this video includes a most excellent cream cheese frosting recipe. Once upon a holiday, I made some most excellent mini wreath bundt cakes. Today, I'm going to share that story with you. Oh, hey again! It's me, Rox of Rockstar Bakes. This year, Santa's getting cakes instead of cookies for Christmas. I love novelty cake projects that use everyday baking pans. I use a classic 5-cup Nordic Ware Anniversary Bundtlet cake pan. This is quick and super delicious. Let's get into it. Here is my amazingly delicious bundt cake recipe. Cream the room temperature butter and sugar until light and fluffy. Takes about 5 minutes on high to cream the sugar and butter. Then I incorporate the room temperature eggs one at a time for 20 seconds on medium. Oops, there goes 2 of them. Bye-bye. This amount of time will help the eggs emulsify. I use a mint extract, but feel free to replace with your favorite extract. I add in the sifted dry ingredients and mix until just incorporated. I prefer my stand mixer for this process, but opted for the hand mixer so it was easy for you to see everything. I microwave the sour cream in 2 30-second increments. That's a whole minute. I added in green food color paste with the sour cream so it's easier to incorporate. See, no streaks. I know it's not traditional to end on a wet ingredient, but this has always made the recipe moist and foolproof for me. And I think there is no wrong shade of green for this project. Recipe is in the description below. I stopped mixing ingredients when just incorporated to prevent unnecessary air. Here comes some tips on getting the best bundt cake outcome. Grease with shortening and then refrigerate the pan until you are ready to pour. The batter. Don't flour because this makes the surface goopy. Goopy, goopy. Divide and only fill 3/4 of the wave ball. Tap on the counter to release the huge air bubbles. Ding, 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 ding. Because it's like usually an angry motion when you do it. You're like, you feel crazy after doing it, or you feel so much better because you're like, okay. Then place on a tray and bake for 30 to 35 minutes at the preheated 350 degrees Fahrenheit or until the toothpick comes out clean. I bake on a tray for the even heat distribution. Now let cool for 15 minutes, then invert the pan onto a parchment-lined cooling rack. Slides right out. This recipe makes about 8 mini bunts. I noticed it depends on the egg size. I have to emphasize the parchment paper because the details can get caught in the cooling rack. Been there, done that. Like most cakes, it expands when baked. That's okay. I refrigerate to make it easier to level the cakes, but this part is totally optional. So there was one cakelet that I tried to level while it was hot, and it is so worth it to wait because it makes it so much easier to wiggle out the To frost the bundtlets, I use a cream cheese frosting recipe. Here is my most excellent cream cheese frosting recipe. Cream the room temperature unsalted butter and cold cream cheese. This will come together really quickly. I've tried so many cream cheeses because it's nice to go organic, but Philadelphia cream cheese has always given me the best outcome. add that vanilla. Gradually beat in the sifted powdered sugar. I'm using a hand mixer so it's easier to see what's going on for this recipe. If you're using a stand mixer, you can use a tea towel to prevent any convection or sugar puffback. Add salt to taste to help enhance the flavors. Skip this step if all you had was salted butter for the recipe. Recipe is in the description below. The leftover frosting can be frozen for up to 2 months. How good does this look? Give me all the frosting. Here's the frosting being added. My piping tip of choice is a 32, but I think this looks great with a round tip too. I evenly squeeze the piping bag while holding the tip slightly above the bunt. I add sprinkles because who doesn't love sprinkles? This year, in addition to our family gingerbread house competition, I'm adding wreath decorating. Yes, decorating can be a competition. I love that metallic sprinkles look like holiday bottles. Whoa, MG. Ta-da! Christmas mini wreath decorating success. Was I right or was I right? Easy. I love these personal sized wreath bundt cakes. Hit that bell notification to get the latest videos. Ding, 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 ding. Coming up is a bundt cake playlist that I'll be adding more videos to. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. And the end.